then, we're back with Sephi's little foray into an icy hellscape. So then, icy. Not icy, bloody hell. Seph. I don't know why I'm mixing you two up. Ever since you've started DMing and... Anyway.
Now you know why why I use a different system.
Yeah, I'm tired now. So, Dungeon Master Sephi, would you like to tell us a story?
Yes. Last week we met our party and found they were sent off on a little excursion to the beautiful Rainbow Barrier Cliffs on the northernmost part of the Scorpion Coast continent. Entering through a crevice which recently opened up, which we were sent to investigate, they discovered a giant, impossible diamond-shaped structure made by frost giants out of obsidian stone. They made their way inside, messed up a puzzle to elevate themselves to the next floor, and were promptly set upon by 6 Draugr. After narrowly defeating the Draugr, they made their way up to the third level, where they also found a large chamber full of Draugr sarcophagi and an undead Hydra, which briefly took the form of Leviathan. We join our heroes on the 4th floor above.
It's okay, I'm sure you guys don't know who Leviathan is.
I have the feeling these stairs are getting longer and longer. Feels like I've been walking the stairs for a week.
Well, Callie, how do you think I feel? I'm smaller than you.
Seems.
Yeah, but you're younger.
How old is Callie?
I am in my 80s. I'm exactly 80 years old.
Alright, yeah,
and I'm 4'2", so I'm not the largest being ever.
Alright, you got me there. I'm 40.
It is a respectable age, my friend.
So, I presume. So, so, Seth,
Yeah.
I'm gonna presume that Estella, after being told, hey, there's something that bleeds up there, she's like charged on ahead. I'm presuming that's the case, right, D? That
She
feels
is
in
staying-
character.
She's actually, no, she's staying with the group. At this point in time, she is actually talking and saying, so you see, despite what you said, I am in fact a servant of God. Just slowly, like, walking and flexing her fingers. Her bare fingers. She is unarmed after all.
Okay. You make your way to the top of the stairs and out onto this landing here. Dennis, who do they find stood there?
Okay, so standing, I don't know if nonchalant is the word, but very casual and at ease in this fairly frozen, hellish area, is a woman, dark skin, blood red business suit, black shirt, blood red tie, barefoot. Around her neck, she's wearing a pendant with a red leaf that looks like it's been lacquered. By her side, there's sort of like this weird curved sword, sort of like a capeche, and on her back there's like a bow staff. The hair sort of kind of, tied up in braids and everything, and she just raises her eyebrow and looks at you all. I hope you do not mind me joining you.
You seem more confused as to how you get in here. Seems like the place was undisturbed.
The floors of this location are a little confusing. The closer you get to the center, I believe the place is a little odd, shall we say. Incidentally, hello. You may call me
Estella?
the pyre.
Estella is looking, her head is like kind of tilting. She's like trying to trying to look at you from different angles.
Mm-hmm.
Seems to be appraising you.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't
Kelly's
say
just
anything
looking.
though.
So, for the sake of argument, DM, I've been basically stalking this bunch. From what point would I have been stalking them, and what would I know of their capabilities?
I would say they basically took a while to get past the Draugr, so you would have been able to sneak in then.
Mm-hmm.
And after I'd probably say you caught up with them just after they took out the Hydra.
Mm.
So you kind of just took advantage while they were resting to sneak past and climb upstairs.
I will basically communicate that. You are not exactly the most subtle. You do tend to make a little noise. Fortunately, the entire complex is not on top of us. But in future, if you could maybe keep things a little more quiet, it might make our progression easier. What is it that you know of this place?
A party that's chuckling in the hallways.
Yes, you don't want to worry too much about that. It's all in your mind. Yeah, she basically looks to the group. She's basically asking you guys what you know about the location that you are in.
Let me answer your question with a question. Why in the hell should we tell you anything?
Fair enough. I was sent here because somebody is interfering with the bindings in this place. There is something here that should not be released. I am here to ensure it stays where it's supposed to.
You wouldn't be referring to that Hydra statue downstairs, would you? Or was that too easy?
That would be a little anticlimactic, would it not?
Nah, she's
Maybe.
probably talking about the vampire. That's
There is
probably
a vampire.
Mhm.
Raised eyebrow, you have seen a vampire?
You mean the Draugr?
Yeah, the vampire zombies. But think about it, everyone. We had to weaken ourselves to get in here. You know, the blood sacrifice. And the Draugr are attracted to that. So, it's like this place is a honey trap.
Question for the DM, and apologies in advance, there will be many of these. Given what I understand about the purpose of this location, would the blood ritual and the Draugr, would they be part of the security system, or would these be things that somebody else has added after the fact?
Know enough about the history of this ruin that, yes, the vampires themselves didn't build the place, but they're responsible for its existence. So the Draugr are security.
And from my point of view, the Draugr are something we should probably just avoid and not worry too much about getting rid of.
Pretty much, yeah.
From my point of view, okay.
You could avoid... If you run into them, they will attack you, but they won't... They basically won't swarm you if you know where to avoid.
Okay. To save time, she briefly relays that and says, suffice it to say, there are layers to this place you do not quite understand. Why is it that you came here? I have a mission from people in the know, shall we say. What brings you here? Where are you from?
Is gonna basically approach this new person and give a good sniff
Mm-hmm.
to try and figure out if there's any fey, fiend, or undead presence about them.
Okay.
Evidently,
that sounds
advantage
fun.
means nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I would also say you're currently being approached by this massive minotaur with there's also a wereboar in full transformation.
Oh, so basically there's clearly a lichen in this
Yep.
group, yeah?
Yep.
And while that's going on,
Oh, hi, Chief.
Steph, I also sent you a message.
Hey, Bright Scale, could you get over here for a second?
Yes.
So I would say that you get no reply back.
Estella nods and walks over to stand helpfully by the wereboar.
I would
This
say
dog
this.
here- sorry, go ahead.
Mhm, I would say
I
this.
would say this corridor is only 10 feet wide, so
Okay,
yeah, you'll only be able to get. I couldn't get to a line properly, so
that's fine.
But yeah, briefly, I would say that at the sight and recognition of a lichen in the group, the Pyre's attention would be more over other people's shoulder at them and giving sort of like an appraising, approving look. That's pretty much it. She appears to be human.
Yeah, that's the thing. Bright Scale, you can, like, sniff out undead and whatnot.
Maybe.
Could you... Oh, I was talking to Bright Scale. You already tried.
Yeah, let's see. So,
Yeah, give her a once over. Don't mean to be rude, man, but you know, blindly trusting random strangers we meet in like the depths of a dungeon doesn't seem like the wisest decision.
This is fair. Have you ever heard of a land called Chalska?
Chalsa.
Chalsa.
Yeah, isn't that the bit of chult that kind of got snapped off or poofed elsewhere, rather?
There are many stories as to the origins of our land. Suffice it to say, I serve at the will of the people of that land. And we have an vested interest in what is kept here remaining. We detected interference with the wards that bind this place. So I was sent to investigate, and I find you. I watched you take apart some of our security, but you don't seem to be the typical raiders. You are here for a purpose, so with great respect. She has the most insincere smile on her face the whole time she's talking, by the way. I would like to ask who sent you, and why are you here?
And I'm gonna do. Is that presumed that we get the insincerity, Steph, or do we have to roll insight or what?
Oh, she's super clear. She's super clear about it.
Okay, then she
Smiling
says,
through her teeth.
Yeah, you can like hear the gritted teeth.
"Yeah." Estella just closes her eyes and shakes her head and says, and just lets out a like, "Oh dear." It's a big long sigh, loud sigh, overdone sigh.
Right, the verdict on this chick.
What did you say, Coob?
Well, Bright Scale, what's the verdict on this chick?
well, Bretscale is going to look her up and down and use his divine sense.
So divine sense. I think that's similar to what. Yeah. So there is no fae, no fiend. I would say, just for the sake of it, there may be the hint of celestial energy coming from the feather. Other than that. Well, Faye. Okay, full disclosure, she is a druid. So I don't class-wise, she is counted as a druid. So I don't know if that would work with divine sense because of the Fae thing. But you are not registering evil.
Well, nothing evil about her. A little bit of celestial energy coming from that feather there, and he points to it.
The moment you point out the feather, she sort of like tucks up the jacket a little bit of the business suit and tucks it deeper into the, the fabric.
But I'm not sensing any undead energy from her.
Fact, I was about to. Yeah, she actually wouldn't say that, would she? Never mind.
All right. I don't like it one bit. But I get the feeling that if we don't tell you why you're here, you're not just going to let us run around, are you?
At the very least, I think all cards on the table. I'm going to be keeping an eye on you, make sure that you are not causing any more trouble. But, again, I am an agent of Chalska. You may call me the Pyre. I am here to ensure bad things do not get out from this very scary and bad place where little kobolds could easily get hurt.
Why do I...
Now, let me tell you one thing. He's been through more than you can imagine, my dear.
I'm sure.
Just say, why do I
Rand's
picture
gonna
her just like patting him on the head as she says that?
Her arms are kind of folded, but verbally, yes, she is going like, "Oh, look at you." To be fair,
Rand
though,
steps
she
in
has
front of
been
him.
watching you all, so she knows what you're capable of.
Rebel just narrows his eyes towards the pyre. We're gathering information on why this place cracked and what's inside it on behalf of the Academia Arcana. Satisfied?
For now, yes.
Mm-hmm.
What are your findings? If I may respectfully ask.
I got married on a Monday, thank you very much.
Apparently, the spirits here have been getting married on a
It
Monday.
was a bank holiday though, so...
Probably stuff you already know.
I
Since
mean-
you're so well versed about this place and all that.
I mean, given that no one was here before we came, you must have come after us, and then you've seen what we've seen.
I only
let's help
saw
him.
after the incident with the Draugr. And then I was watching you deal with the Hydra.
That's about where we are. I'm looking forward to working with you and both of us learning about this place. I mean, I know you said you have that other purpose, but I'm sure that's why a part of why you're here too.
Lady, what way did you come in? Like with all the pillars and whatnot?
Yes, another exit might be a good thing to know. I'm sure you're here to help us, like you said.
Full disclosure, I kind of came in as a beetle. I shift my form when it suits me. The
Rand looks at
druidic
his
art.
hands.
I'm afraid I...
Say that again.
Rand looks at his hands.
Or...
Talking
Oh,
about
by the
shifting
way,
form.
DM.
They look like pig strong hands, don't they?
Big, strong.
I said pig.
Yep.
Dungeon Master Sephi, unfortunately,
Yes.
I am watching the stream in another window, and I know that Pyre is right there. However, Pyre has no vision. I see nothing on the actual.
I apologize.
Not a problem. New character, who dis?
The pie is blind, apparently, as well.
I can see.
There we go.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
we
it's
can see.
just me because it's a new token and
Estola kind of walks through everybody and comes over and moves up alongside the pyre from the other side. and says, working together is going to be a new experience, and I look forward to it. My God has guided me here to meet you in this moment, and I am so pleased.
Okay, not to belabor it too much, I would say that someone trying to move behind her.
No, not behind, on the side.
To the side, okay, yeah. Regardless of the fact that she's flanked on all sides, you can tell that while her arms are folded and everything, there's enough body mass on display to show that she's ready for anything from you lot. So, Dungeon Master, as we are, again, unfortunately, I can't... Oh, there we go. Oh, it was so zoomed out, I didn't realise. Okay, there we go. We're good now. So, the pyre is going to look to the group and say, well, I suppose we should continue our joint investigation.
I would like the pyre to make me a religion check.
A religion check. That is something that she would have no idea about. Okay, boop. And why are you giving me automatic disadvantage?
I don't know.
There we go. Boop.
But yeah, I'll let you have advantage on that because you've been briefed somewhat.
Okay. So that would be a 19. A natural 20.
Yeah. You recognise the 9-headed white serpent that is the preferred form of Leviathan. You know that as the pillar of pain and flesh, that the vampires worship her as one of their 9 central gods. And yeah, Leviathan is very, very interested in keeping this place running.
Very well then. She regards Estella with a little more respect. Well, I am glad we are on the same team. Shall we?
Estella relaxes at that and nods and says, after you.
Now, while we're on this floor, we will be undergoing dungeon rules. So, you're limited to your movement, and I would like everyone to roll me initiative.
Absolutely.
And my docket is selected. And
let's give it 15 seconds.
I rolled a 20, but I'm not on the list.
I can't believe you've managed to get one more crazy lady.
Crazy, what are you talking about? She is the pinnacle of sanity. Incidentally, full disclosure, I'm really trying to avoid the Ez voice. I wanted her to be a lot deeper. But...
It's coming across, because I thought that too.
Thank you.
I thought, oh, okay, this... to the point where I actually thought, oh, and I'm gonna say something to you and whisper.
Okay.
You failed.
Just for argument's sake, we'll say that's a Chilton accent.
I mean, it literally is.
Okay. Rebel.
Quick question before we start. Like, are we meant to be aligned to a grid, or is it meant to be loose like this?
I've had to make it loose.
That's out of character comment I sent you, Davila.
Okay, so now we're all together like one big happy family. Isn't that great? Sarcasm.
I was going to say, Rebel, you're dripping with sarcasm. Make certain that you don't slip on it.
After you, my friend.
Aye. The player is thinking. Fuck it. Screw
You
it.
might, you don't know what she's into. Sorry.
Right, I'm just gonna noom down here. Take a peek around this corner.
Estella goes with you.
Well, we're in
Oh. I thought if you could do it, I didn't realize. Sorry.
Okay. I would like you to make me a perception check.
Okay. That one, I don't see shit.
You do not.
Boo-hoo.
Random.
Sorry, I was getting a kitty out a window. Alright. So Rail's gonna do it that way. Ran is gonna stick close to protect his little koboldy friend.
Aww.
Okay. Pyre.
Okay. Excuse me. Yeah, I guess Pyre for the time being, she's going to. I think she's actually just going to head all the way over here, and she's going to try and take a big sniff of the area, see if she smells anything.
Roll me a
That'd be-
perception check.
Okay, would I be allowed to do that as a survival check instead?
Oh, there's my initiative finally
I
showing up.
will allow it.
Thank you very much, sir.
Also, Seth, my initiative just finally showed
Right,
up.
1 second.
Yay!
There it is. It's in the order.
Right, 1 second. Second. Yep. Okay, Pyre. You 22. You can smell something unusual coming from round this corner here.
She'll silently put up a hand, point to her nose, and point to that direction over there.
I would like you to make me a... what would it be? A intelligence check.
Okay, because this is one of the most intelligent characters I have ever played. I'm joking. 11.
Means it beats it. You recognize the smell of alchemist's fire.
In a very low voice, she's going to warn the party. At the very least, these two that are right next to her.
Why should we be worried about the alchemist fire? We could grab it and put it to use.
It might be a trap.
Valid concern? But you got me for that.
And that's her turn.
Okay. Next up is Brightscale.
Okay.
Bright?
Well, Mark path. Bright scale
They
is
both have 19, and for some weird reason, when I reordered it, it put Brightscale
Okay.
behind. So,
Okay.
All local spiritual assemblies.
I was a little bit confused.
Please find enclosed a letter written on behalf of the National Spiritual
okay.
Assembly. to
So
all
bright scale
people
is going to let me double check.
The letter recently
Real quick,
shared
check
with the
over
guidance of the Universal
yeah.
Court of Justice.
okay.
Right
Comments by the
there.
National Assembly on the need for everyone to
And just kind of look around the corner.
local character of community
Okay, I'll allow you an extra little bit of movement to be able to
the
look.
importance of refraining from political discussions in online spaces and on moving forward out of the current COVID-19
So-
restrictions. The National Assembly
And
is sharing this letter with
do you want me to roll perception?
along with some questions that the Assembly has asked to consider
yes.
in relation to the matter. Please set aside time to reflect upon the content.
You
This is a
have-
nice corner.
Yep, this is nice. On a really good finish.
Rotary board member
The Dwarven Smiths knew what they were. Dwarven Stonecutters knew what they were doing.
Some great bullnose there as well.
Creative ways that concepts contained in the letter.
So both the Dragon Boys got a nat 1 on their perception rolls, so I hope this doesn't set a precedent.
Next up is Callie.
If you could share the ideas that are generated.
They're splitting the party again.
The letter
Oh,
of the
very good
National
idea.
Assembly also reminds us of the responsibilities of local spiritual
I'm like
assemblies
15 feet in front of you.
and
Calm
advance
down.
the
Yeah, I was gonna say.
teaching work in
Yeah,
the-
we
This
can
is
hear you,
the party.
Callie.
However, local assemblies should ensure
And
that focus of activities
he
remain
gets
in
to
context
around
of
here.
settings, and thus contributing to the
Okay.
spiritual empowerment of the local
Is there anything you want to do?
populations and furthering the objectives of the plan.
Well, I don't think. Yeah, you know what? Listening out for something unusual, maybe.
What activities are taking
Okay.
place online that are
Next
That'll
up
be
is
60.
individuals within your community?
16. Right,
Who
one
can
second.
describe their purpose?
Yeah, I only got 25 stereo. I can't really
What
go
is
any
your
further.
understanding
You
of what
hear
local means?
a
It's
low
explained by the
thrumming
universal
noise as though energy is
national
passing
cultural
through the
symbol.
stone around you.
What are the limits? With what local means in the context of the
Place is
United
cha-
Kingdom and your
Feels like
community,
this place is
and what would it look like?
charged with a lot of energy.
In the letter, what reasons are given for
Right, you mean like the Aeorian?
the local character of online activities?
Because if they're Aeorian crystals, what I want
Individuals within your
Uh,
community. Does
Can't
participation
really
in
say
them
it.
extend
You know,
beyond what can be regarded as a local?
someone who knows the way around magic would probably be better off
Who may be participating
deciding
in
what it
online
is.
events that are beyond
But I can.
what may be regarded as
It
local.
feels like
Benefit from
well,
reflecting
you know, when
on
you
the
walk on a
guidance.
carpet for a long time,
In the light of your
and
understanding of guidance,
then when you touch
are
something
metrics that
like the
correspond
door handle, you have a little
to take
spark
guide for
flying.
guidance
It feels a
in
little bit like that.
events that extend beyond what may be considered local.
Okay,
What
Estella.
creative measures can you adapt to ensure that the guidance is understood and embraced?
Okay. Estella,
The letter also
for her
shares a
part,
paragraph about
is
dangers and
going to walk
characteristics
straight
of
ahead.
social
1,
society.
2,
What are the implications
3,
of this in your
4,
community?
5,
The letter
6, and
encourages
she's
the
trying to
community give thought
perceive or listen for
to
anything in this
how
area
to
here.
move from the current situation where
Roll
all
me a
activities take
perception
place
check.
online,
And she is really focused. She's like trying to use her
assembly fosters
her
guide
discipline
organization.
to
Finally,
to
what's the most helpful
completely
way
focus on
way to activate the
listening.
community?
So she's trying to walk quietly and all
Insights
that
are
too.
contained from the
Oh, just a minute.
experience that can enrich your
Would you say
community
perception?
life
Yep.
with
That's the
face-to-face
first one.
meetings
Okay.
possible again in relation to the
I will,
importance and
I will let you have the
maximizing
nat 20. Because barbarian. You can you can't hear anything, but you can smell. You can basically smell a heavy tang of salt in the air from this direction.
Salt. Would that mean anything to her? Like any particular creature or anything like that she can think of?
Roll me a. Oh, let's see. Intelligence check.
Good luck.
Let's see, 1 second.
Box of rocks. Box of rocks.
You can. The smell makes you think of the sea, but much more pungent.
Okay. Her intention is to go around the corner and peek over when she can move that much.
Okay. Next up is Proserpina.
I think I'm just going to move up like 25 feet and just kind of keep my guard up
Okay.
in case anything happens.
Rebel.
So there might be some alchemist fire in this general direction.
Yep.
Yes, Rebel's curiosity is piqued. He's a rogue. He likes getting things. So he is going to, at first, just go around, spend 20 feet or so to get here. Gonna peek round the corner. What does the boy see?
As you look around the corner, you can see what appears to be a beautiful, solid gold statue of a golden dragon.
Ooh! Ooh! Ooh!
It's about 7 feet tall and is staring down the corridor.
Ooh! I saw you put this in here deliberately. No, Rebel won't be able to resist this. Okay, so the pyre, random. You just see like this boy just like he startles, then he just sort of starts bouncing on the spot, and he looks back at you. He's got this great big crocodilian gleeful grin.
Kelly's face bombing.
What is you seem in a good mood?
It's a great big.
saw sparklies.
Yeah. Great big golden statue of a dragon.
Please do not loot the entire facility. Actually, that's a question for the DM. Given my purpose and everything, do I want to stop these random people from basically taking what could arguably be considered my property? Or the property of my employer?
You were given no instruction regarding any treasure.
One would assume, though...
One thing you were told is that there's something they could find that they might want to take away, but they probably won't be able to. Any treasure they find is fair game, basically.
Okay. If that is what makes you happy.
Yeah, he's already gone round the corner.
Yeah.
I would like you to make
statue.
I'm about to say, I want to make an investigation check.
Okay, make an investigation, please.
Yeah,
He's gonna
because
blow up on his face.
Yeah.
no, hopefully not. 50.
Investigate all the shrapnel that's flying towards you.
Yeah, you can't see anything unusual.
Nothing unusual, huh?
No, just the 7-foot-tall solid gold statue.
Well, I can't take the whole statue since I'm a tiny boy, but are there any, like, gemstones or anything
Yeah,
like that?
there's a large ruby set into its chest.
This feels like Aladdin.
If we're going to have a crispy rebel by the end of this adventure,
I can't resist it. I can't resist it. Can you make a sleight of hand check to take out the ruby?
First, you're walking down the corridor, yes?
Yes.
Can you make me a dexterity saving throw, please?
Well, I tried to be careful, everyone. 11.
I knew it was a trap. I knew it.
Yeah.
So did I.
You basically dodge to the side quickly as a stream of alchemist's fire pours in a jet from the dragon's mouth, landing around about there. You were just able to duck around the corner quick enough to avoid getting hit.
Well, the alchemist fire. I found it. It was part of a trap.
No.
I was expecting a trap. But here's the question. Can I still get the ruby?
You
How much
cannot.
fire are you currently on?
You can see a groove in the floor was cut specially so that it would spread the alchemist's fire to form a wall.
So I ain't getting that ruby, huh?
No.
Unless I
You
go
can-
crazy and jump through the wall of fire.
It's quite a large wall of fire.
Let me see if there's anything I can do with new kobold stats.
For context, the Unearthed Arcana came out with the new Kobold stat block rules. For context of those listening later.
Mm-hmm.
Blah, 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 blah. I don't suppose I can climb around it.
No, you cannot.
And I don't think there's a new stat in the kobold stats that
You
says
can
shine it.
basically, you can see as more walls of fire form along the corridor. going back towards the dragon.
Okay. So Rebel's gonna just make his way back dejectedly. I ain't gonna get that ruby.
Probably for the best. I'm sure there will be other less obvious death traps that can provide you with something.
Just narrows his eyes at you and just kind of like he like pantomimes, like he mockingly imitates what you just said, but without saying anything, you know. Like yeah.
Random. You're up.
Okay. So that was a dead end. So
Yep.
Ren is going to peek around the corner, make sure his koboldy friend is not on fire. Seeing that all is good, he's going to move. First over here to peek around the corner.
You see nothing down this corridor, it's just a plain dead end.
I'm gonna stand here. Alright. Does something look off with that wall? Let me just roll
Roll me an
perception.
investigation check. Well, I'll accept perception and I'll let you have the 19. It appears that there is a slight difference in thickness on this particular wall, as though there's a door there. But you can't tell for certain.
I think there might be a hidden passageway this way. And then I'm gonna move my last 10 feet to there. Ran is going to investigate.
Okay. Right scale.
Okay, well, after admiring the wonderful corner, that's a nice corner.
I like that boulder. That's a nice boulder.
There's a bolt gate and then there's a folder gate.
You proud of that one, Cork?
No.
Take his way back over here with the rest of the party. And technically dash.
Okay.
Right about there. That's about 30 feet.
Okay. Hiya.
Hello. Yeah, slightly I don't know if suspicion is the word, but she's just going to give one last look to a rebel, and she's going to use her full movement to get over here, behind these guys. And at this point in time, I don't think there's much I can do in terms of cantrips and everything. Yeah, for the moment, she's basically, the sword is out, and she looks like she's ready for anything.
Okay.
That's her turn.
Next up is Kelly.
Well, I'm thinking, okay, I've had a think. Well, I guess I'm just going to join in the fun, eh?
Okay.
You said hidden a passageway.
Yeah, that wall down there looks weird. You see?
It is a little different from the other ones, yes.
Kelly, I would like you to roll me investigation with advantage.
Well, that's good that it's advantage, eh?
Well, you are a dwarf as well, so I'll let you have, because you have the stone thingy, don't you?
Yeah, stone cutting, yeah. Stone
So
cutting, yeah.
Yeah. You can tell just by looking at it that this is a trapdoor that can only be opened from the other side.
That door's opening only from the other side is a little bit like a trapdoor.
Sounds like a challenge. Ran will flex.
I'll also say to Kelly, you know, looking at the stone, that this stone is not worth trying to break. It will take proper tools to do this.
Is really hard to go through that. I mean, a team of even a team of very well skilled stonecutters would take well years to get through there.
I think you might be exaggerating ever so slightly, but I see your point.
It's really hard to get through that. You can see the obsidian in there as well. It's a little tricky to get through.
Alright, I guess we'll go this way then.
Estella.
Yes. Estella is going to creep carefully. Excuse me, I'm coughing so much today, I'm sorry. Creep carefully, 1, 2, and she's going to try to, like, peek around and see what she sees, and then, like, I don't know if it's going to use up an extra movement. She wants to, like, look down the corridor and see if she perceives what she perceives.
I will let you move to there, if you like.
Okay. And I also would like to use a stealth at this point, because she's getting far enough away that she's going to go into hunting mode.
Okay. You can see at the end of this, in the centre of this room, a pedestal with what appears to be a gold helm resting on top of it.
So in that case, if she sees that, she's going to... Do I need to stealth to walk the rest of the way? She's going to investigate.
No, you should be able to do that. I'll allow the extra movement as part of the thing.
Is that, like, so 2 more, like, right there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Next up, Proserpina.
How badly did we want to get through that trapdoor?
In all fairness, the DM kind of gave us the hint of, yeah, no, that's not that way.
Yeah, as Callie pointed out, this door is made of it's basically made of the same stone as the building around you. And, yeah, this thing has stood here for thousands of years beneath my skin. So, there's no way you're getting through this without proper equipment, basically.
Okay. Then I'm just gonna follow the main group.
Okay.
Then.
We were about to turn around, actually.
Do what? Okay. Okay.
We were going to turn around and probably go the other way.
Oh, okay. Carrigan, 1 second.
Not down there. No. There we have
What?
there we will probably we will end up going there.
Okay. Well, then I guess
Probably.
Okay, I'm gonna go up this way.
All right.
I just
Hey,
explore.
you.
Next up is Rebel.
Okay, so first things first, Rebel's gonna use his movement to catch up with the party. Is there anything actually interesting down there?
There is a wall. That is all.
There might be something behind the wall, but we don't want to be. If there is, we don't want to be behind. We don't want to be in its way.
Bleh. Okay, players literally asking now, like, there's nothing down there, like, are you guys literally just looking at a wall?
It's a one-way trapdoor. It's the way out of the dungeon after the boss fight.
Okay.
Basically, yeah. If you're just going through Skyrim logic.
Yeah.
Alright, then I'm gonna go, like, keep up with Prosperino. I will use a dash action to catch up with her.
Okay. Random.
Alright. Ran is gonna head out of here, pouting slightly, considering that he didn't find anything. He's
That's
a sad
okay.
Minotaur boy. So he's gonna head about there. Blah, blah, blah.
Right next to the traveling bag of potatoes.
I just gotta say, like, the moment, like, Rebel sees that Random is feeling low in spirits too, as if he was denied his calling. Like, Rebel's just gonna nod and just go, "You too, huh, buddy?"
Right, yeah.
I'm actually going to use my dash and get a little further in and see what we can see. So I can get to about just around that corner.
Okay.
Bum, 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 bum.
As you get around that corner, you see stood motionless and seemingly asleep a Draugr in a little alcove.
Ran is going to hold up his hand and like just throw his arm back to motion the others to wait, and then hold out 2 fingers. Just like, wait, 2.
Right, Scale. I see.
Oh, 1 second. You guys are kind of quiet.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, so
be not quiet.
Yeah.
He's in my ear.
I have to ask, like, did you not just like turn us down on Discord? Because that's a thing.
okay, so he's going to come all the way back over here with a dash and get about right there.
Okay. Next up is Pyre.
Yeah, Paya is, for the time being, she's going to, so with a dash, 40, I'd say, is this where everyone's looking, or is...
Yep.
Yes, that was inside the wall where you pointed to.
Okay, so we're going to, I don't know, I'm looking around corners. But yeah, she's basically going to try and get to around here, if she may.
Yep, you may.
You probably would be able to see
Okay.
Random basically holding out his arm and motioning
Yeah.
the 2.
Okay. Yeah. She's basically just going to put a finger to her lips, point to this side of the wall, and then just mime, with 2 fingers, just walking very carefully away from the Draugr.
I also say, Pyre, you noticed a second Draugr stood facing the other one.
I mean, well, yeah.
Why are you all walking towards the Draugr?
She's suggesting that you all get on the back wall away from them. So, that's a turn.
For fun, I'm going to use a reaction to just have Rebel just point, like, gesture this way. It's like, why go near the Draugr at all?
Okay.
That's his fault on the matter.
Yeah, that's fair, that's her turn. She's done. There's nothing else you can do right now.
I've expected the Draugr to become the Borg equivalent here. Let's just see. Yeah, I think he's going to. Yeah, he's going to dash to the entire rest of the group and. Hang on. Where? No, where's Estella?
Dying in the name of her god, probably.
Speaking of, Estella is now.
Yes. Estella is going. Do I need to stealth? She's trying to walk stealthily.
You don't need to.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and in that case, she's gonna dash. So I get 6 more, right? Oh no, actually, I get.
I'll tell you what,
wait.
I'll allow you to go the full movement into the room towards the pedestal.
Okay. Because she is, And where's the pedestal? I don't see it.
It's in the center of the room. I wasn't able to.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Okay, no problem. So she's eyeing it, and she's going to try to investigate without touching. And she's going to stay out of the eye line of the helm. She doesn't like the look of this thing.
Roll me an investigation check.
That's the last one, right?
I believe so, yes. Yeah. Upon looking, you can tell that this helm looks gold, but it's basically barely holding together. Like a single touch would cause it to disintegrate.
She nods. Is there anything else in the room? Does she notice anything else, or does she have to wait till next turn?
We'll see.
Can notice just underneath the helm what appears to be a nozzle of some kind.
Is it just on that one side?
Yes, it's aiming towards the helm, where the entrance is, basically.
Okay. In this round, or do I have the next one, can I pop a javelin at it?
You can do it now if you like.
Money out, only the standard payment.
Your javelin smashes straight through the helm, and you watch as a jet of liquid, what appears to be water, flies from a nozzle and against the wall, and you can hear a soft hiss and the smell of salt water.
Salt water?
Yeah. You want me to
She
tell
starts intelligence
So the
check.
general takeaway is that in the account there are £697, about £25 in cash, 120 out.
Oh, you got
A
lucky.
D character, everyone.
So we have
You got lucky.
£86.
You realise that this was a saltwater acid trap. If you tried to pick up the helmet, you would have got a face full of acid.
Oh, nice. She's gonna head back and alert the others to what she found. So,
Okay.
however you want to handle that.
I will allow you to do that on your next turn.
Okay.
Listen, you like what I did with the salt as a trap in Hamanatra, right?
Yep. Prosperina.
I'm gonna move up to get a better look at what's in the room.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Yeah, basically, and this new person basically has her fingers to her lips and suggesting that everybody walk up against this wall here to avoid them.
Okay. Am I over far enough? Or should I walk over more? Yeah. Okay.
Rebel, on the other hand, I believe Rebel was doing the same thing but for the other wall.
You're not wrong.
I'll tell you
However,
what.
everybody is on my side.
I'll tell you what. Just because we're at the top of the round for this, I will allow everyone to make me a stealth check, including Estella. We'll say she's she's back with the group now.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone make me a stealth check, please.
Considering I have disadvantage, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Double check.
My God, Estella, you're sucking today.
Yeah.
Paladin has as much stealth as Rebel.
You
I am
all
impressed.
managed to get about halfway, but Proserpina and Brightscale, yeah, you trip over a slightly raised bit of floor, it's not quite even, and you awaken the Draugr.
Does the DM want to place us?
I will let you have a surprise round.
Hmm.
So I'll tell you about.
Ah, gee, maybe we should have gone the other way. Instead of right towards the Draugr after you suggested we avoid them. Bravo! Bravo, lady!
I agree.
And I think that's what Coops does during the surprise round is literally just what they just heard.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes! Yes, that is my turn. Sass.
I realise you're the same distance away from them than we are, right?
Bold mockery is 10 times more powerful than vicious mockery.
It is. It is. Should I take a d6 of wounded pride damage?
Yes, good.
Like I say, you've all got surprise rounds, so
Well, yeah, it's Flippin' Rebel had his turn. Next up is it? I don't know whose
It is
token is the stag.
'Tis me.
Ah.
Yep.
It also helps if I move the potatoes back into that room.
Hmm.
Yes, it does.
Alright. So, little man. I say little. He is going to... First off, how far away is this guy? Where's the measuring tool? There it is. Nah, I'm not going to waste an action. No. Gonna run, got a bonus action, prepare the Crimson Right. So that's 1d4. Boop. I take 4 points of fire damage, but my thingy is now electrified. So, smashy smashy.
Okay. Which one of those?
The first one.
So 19 will hit.
Okay,
So-
and then an additional 1d4 for lightning damage.
So that's 11 points of damage to red.
Mm-hmm.
So 1 second. That's okay. Next up, who's going next?
I believe it's the Dragonborn.
Yeah, I'll
Was
say
it?
bright scale. Yeah.
Bright scale, yeah.
Okay, so clunk, 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 clunk. And going to get a swingy swing.
That will hit. 12 points of damage.
Ash. And just for the heck of it, Divine Smite.
Okay, 2d8 please. Bloody hell.
Woof. Yeah.
Yeah, you basically half eviscerated this Draug. You've basically cut off one of his arms.
Well, he's still not harmless. But
Pyre is aroused.
Scratch.
Pyre.
Hmm. Okay. She's just gonna mumble to herself, "Gamo mi dodo." She is going to cast. She's basically going to create a bonfire right
that's
underneath Red,
Okay.
with an initial thing of 8 fire damage. Nice.
Okay. That will actually do extra damage, given he's a vampire.
Hmm.
So that's 16 fire damage.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yep.
And she's just going to glare at Rebel again and just mumble to herself, "Seratum Tamabuku."
Basically, Draug are like dried out vampires, so yeah,
Hmm.
they're powerful.
Good to know. That's my turn.
Kelly.
well, seeing as you are already roasting this one, pointing to Red, maybe I should use a little bit of my quick wit on the other one, which is obviously just code for vicious mockery.
Okay. So wisdom save.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to make it as a vampire, so you had to become a Drauga. The parents are probably very, very proud of you.
It just glares at you with its soulless blue pinprick eyes. Next up is
Looks
Estella.
like I need better material now.
Estella, 1, 2. 2, 3, 4.
Still
I'm in the dark.
It's the wall.
I couldn't tell that was a wall. So where was I? I got it wrong. Sorry.
The green is wall. Blue
Okay.
is wall.
Well, I think I could get safely here, can't I?
You should be able to flank. That won't be an issue, I don't think.
That's what she's trying to do. And you watch, Pyre, since you were here last time, as she brushes her bare hands against this creature, the Drauga, twice. With one for each hand.
Okay. That first one will hit, a second one will hit, so please roll damage.
And yet, as she does that, I would assume that, Steffi, it's safe to say that what you guys observe is that pieces of the Drauga come flying off as if it was sliced.
Yep, you see shreds of dried vampire flesh flying against the wall. Next up is Proserpina.
Okay, I would like to shoot red with my short bow.
Okay.
Oh, did it do it right? I don't think it did it right.
No, it just rolled damage.
Rawr.
I'm afraid 11's not. Actually, no, it's surprise round, so I'll let you roll again.
Oh, okay.
For advantage. Nah, I'm afraid those aren't going to hit.
Okay.
Ooh. Next up is Rebel.
Is it? What about the enemies?
surprise round.
Oh, silly me! Derp.
Although I will take 1 second just to put the order in.
Rearrange everything.
Yep. Okay.
Alright, seeing as how Estella is presumably going to make sure Random doesn't die, because Rebel likes Random, Rebel's gonna zoom over here to help out one of his best buddies, Brightscale.
Okay.
Yep. And he is gonna... Yeah, we'll do a straightforward attack with the rapier.
Okay.
That
will hit.
hits.
And that will do 13 points of damage.
Lovely, and I will follow up with an offhand attack with the dagger.
That will hit.
15? Yay. For an extra 6.
You just watch the goes. And
Dead?
just crumples. Next up is Random.
Ran is going to continue to hurt this thing.
Okay.
And I'm actually going to roll with the right weapon this time. I meant to use my great axe.
Okay. Neither 9 does not hit, I'm afraid.
Do I not get advantage because Estelle's there?
Oh, no, 13 still doesn't hit.
Damn. Alright then. Bonus action. Damn. I didn't use an unarmed strike. Yeah, that's pretty much me. I'm done.
Okay, next up is Pyre.
Okay, I think, I'm basically just going to keep my bonfire, licking away at this dude's toes. So that's going to be another 1d8. Boom. This time, it's only 3, so 6 fire damage.
You just watch as it disintegrates.
She basically snaps her fingers, just like brushes her hand across her suit, and the fire disappears.
Well, that was nowhere near as dire as our last fight with the Draga.
You will find fire is a great cleanser of the mito.
Yeah, I've tried fire eating once. Burnt me tongue.
Estella nods to the pyre and folds her hands together and lowers her head as if in silent prayer over the shattered remains or dust.
Fire tends to kill most things. Just making that perfectly clear.
Why do you think it is a specialty? Gives him another humorous, big toothy grin, and then she just starts walking that way. If I may,
sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, so technically we're in turn order. She's actually just going to use her movement, and she's just going to yeet out of the conversation.
I gotta say, I love the fact these two just don't get along at all.
I know! They're going to be banging by the end of the session. Either that or they're going to kill each other.
Okay. Right scale.
I see.
I'm here. I heard you. Just had my mic up. Okay, so measure. Okay, what?
The area.
What's that?
With the building.
It's like a damn snap tool.
With
We've had to disable it.
Question for the DM: would it save time if, similar to what we did with Ice's game a week or so ago, if we all put ourselves together in sort of like a marching order and we just move as a group?
Yeah, just everyone band together, and I'll just move you all as we go.
All I will say is that Estella's standing right next to the pyre.
The way I'm picturing it, if it's okay with the group, it's like, you know, where you've got Estella on one hand, that Pyre's trying to lead. Estella's right there, but I can only assume that Rebel is just right behind again.
Yes.
Okay.
You make your way down the corridor until you reach an opening here.
Specky took a potato with that, but
yeah, for some reason I didn't pick Specky up as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pyre puts her fingers to the lips. More of the mitutu silence. This time, please.
Roll me an investigation check, please, Pyre.
Absolutely, sir. Investigation. How am I getting high rolls when she's got a -1 to
There's as you look inside this room, you can basically see nothing of interest, just the 6 sarcophagi.
So this would be more security, is that correct?
Yes.
From her point of view. Do I have any indication from my quote-unquote employer as to a direction to check the main, shall we say, vault?
You've been told that there is a portal you have to find. You recognize it when you see it.
Okay. She'll basically communicate that little detail to the rest of the group, at least. Be on your guard, and again, please do not destroy all of the security.
Well, if the security doesn't destroy us, then we'll leave it alone.
Okay.
This is fair.
You make your way down the corridor further until you reach another little path.
Okay. Would this be survival given her nature?
Yes, allow survival.
Yes,
I appreciate you, sir. Thank you. Less than an investigation, but that's a 12.
Yeah.
Meets it, beats it. You can look. You look down here, and you can tell this is just another dead end.
Not this way. The next one down.
Okay. You all make your way round the corner and find yourself in a large room the end of which is a large stone circle built into the wall, just on the wall, basically. On the
Well,
pillars, you again see the runes. I should just show you the actual layout.
Alright, guess I better get to translating again.
Death, war, life, blood, wind, king. That's frost or ice, and the last one, that's journey.
As you stand there, you hear a voice whisper. Does anyone speak Giant? Who speaks Giant?
Unfortunately, no.
I believe Callie does.
No, I speak Dwarvish.
Are you serious? No one speaks Giant.
No, actually,
Estella does.
Estella does.
Proserpina, you hear the. I just need to double check. 1 second. You hear a voice say, "The first 2 glyphs, you already know."
And Estella closes her eyes and folds her hands together and says, "The first 2 glyphs you already know." She just says it like that.
Not creepy at all.
It's a voice I
That's
heard.
pretty straightforward.
Did
The
that
two that
voice
we
sound
got-
like the same voice she heard before or different?
No, this is a different voice.
Does she recognize the voice?
She does not.
She shakes her head and says,
Higher?
"It's a voice I heard. I have no idea who it is."
I just need to very
because
quickly
following the
check this.
instructions of strange, shadowy voices you hear in a tomb is totally a great idea.
It depends if it is their tomb or not. They would know.
Estella looks over to Random and says, "The pyre is right. I know." She says, "I know I'm here, and have been in communion with my God since I arrived. I don't know why I'm hearing this. It's not my God." And yes,
So,
the pause between the and pyre is going to proceed to get longer as the session goes.
Oh dear. Okay.
Sorry,
Dramatic!
sorry, I just need 1 second to just check this.
Yeah, I believe that's actually the accurate order.
Alright, you brought it up. 1 second. Looks like I need to double check.
So the first 2 glyphs are what we already know.
Well, we know blood.
Third glyph is rain. Third glyph reigns over this place.
And she says, if I heard that correctly, Seth, because I had a little trouble hearing it, did the voice say the third glyph reigns over this place?
Yes.
Then she folds her hands together and repeats that the same way she did before. Eyes closed. The third the third glyph reigns over this place.
One would assume that the third glyph would be death.
Or
Or
ice.
perhaps that is true.
I
Well,
believe
this
it's
is the-
trying to. It's either king or it's trying to distract you by making that the obvious answer.
Yeah, I mean, we've had a little bit of a bad time with the very first riddle.
Well, yeah, you touched everything until you got it right. process of
Well,
elimination.
I only took. I didn't touch everything. Was
Yes,
it Stella
it's-
who? But yes, we tried pretty much everything.
Estella says with like sort of half-littered eyes, I feel like giving everyone else the opportunity to try this one.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, the very first glyph that we came across was blood.
Aye, it was blood, Callie. And the next one was wind, wasn't it? That I know for sure.
Blood, wind, death.
Oh,
Reminds
aye.
me of a rather difficult evening one night in Chelsa after some spicy meat.
I mean,
Please, Slam, I'm desperate.
I mean,
Okay.
isn't the one whose final resting place this is? Wasn't he a king or something? I wasn't able to translate the glyphs after all.
If memory serves, and this is the player speaking, he was basically a king. I
He
forget.
was not a king.
See that
No.
like as an issue. I like Nestle.
Right. So yes, we have two. We have a few possibilities: death or the king.
Now, I need to clarify something. Like, we haven't actually activated blood and wind yet.
No, you've not.
Yeah, so Rebel's gonna activate blood, and I presume
Callie's
that's follow up. Oh, Callie.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you hear as you activate each pillar, you hear 1 bell,
Mm-hmm.
2 bell, 3 bell, and the portal swirls to life, a red, eerie, like basically a portal of blood, shimmering like a red stargate.
Beautiful.
That's objective.
Everything is. Shall we then?
This is going to end very poorly.
So you want us
you
to
know-
just head into the blood red portal?
Blood is a symbol of life.
Well, the spiritual blood
That's
is the
not an
symbol of
answer.
death.
She just
Okay.
grins.
If everyone can gather together,
Yeah. I would say the pie's going straight ahead unless anyone stops her. I doubt they would, but, you know.
Oh please, if you want to kill yourself, go for it.
It's your fucking funeral, ain't it?
okay.
Then why are you all going in after her?
As you step into the portal,
Cooper heard that.
in a room.
Could you shift ping us, please? The way I
Sorry.
don't have to scroll all the way around
Okay, one
try to
second.
find it.
Okay, shift. There we go.
Thank you.
Yay!
You also notice higher as you step here. Staircase.
Did we lose someone?
Shouldn't have.
Did we? Oh no, we've got the sack of potatoes. We've got 1, 2.
I shall be back in just a moment.
Not a problem.
Yes.
So when the DM returns, you know, Pyre and Rascal, not Rascal, they're just like Rebel, they're just
Alright.
making out in the corner.
Hey,
I cannot
hey,
quit
hey, hey,
you.
I heard that, Devillo. I heard that. You need to back up on that statement, or
Oh, do
someone's
I?
gonna have words with you.
But yeah,
Making out with
for the fun of
Rascal.
it, if anyone's interested in the random gibberish, because she's from Cholza, and because Ez and all of that, that's actually based on actual Sumerian language. Because I'm an extra bitch, she's actually speaking in Sumerian.
Nice.
So she's referring to all of the Draugr and everything as Mitutu, which means dead ones. She's also on occasion yelling out Kamul, which means burn, or Abatul, which means destroy. There are a few other choice phrases that I've got, but
Most of Rebel, I'm sure.
Coobs, would you like to know what she said about Rebel
Yes, I do.
when he was a little bitch to her?
Yeah.
Salatum Tamaboko. False dragon.
Oh!
Oh.
Which would work as a way to describe a kobold in a world in a language that has no word for them.
Took me about 10 minutes as we were going through there trying to track down the right words for that.
Speak for yourself, kobolds or dragons.
Mhm.
A kobold, they will shank a bitch.
Hey, she can speak Draconic. She's just choosing not to right now.
Probably a wise decision.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you want to give them a roar, rascal?
I mean, it's a good thing that I don't do that. Otherwise, I would have tried to learn. I would have had to learn Scottish Gaelic.
That's
Hmm.
smart.
Or even
Google
worse-
Translate's
or
really
even
useful.
Or even worse, Welsh.
So, I have to tell you something that I got a bit of a giggle out of. A few moments ago, my dear darling husband was slamming on his desk. I looked up expecting to find him annoyed and bashing his mouse again. No. He very slowly held up a slice of chocolate. He was cracking a Terry's chocolate orange on the desk.
To be honest, that thing is rather tasty, though I got it in already sliced for once.
Speaking of
Bloody
Google,
freaking expensive over here.
But
Sorry.
don't
speaking
tap
of
it.
Google,
Whack it.
no, you're good. Yeah.
Okay, I'm back.
Hey, Seth.
Welcome back.
Hi. Where are you going?
I mean, at least the payer's not interested in me,
Hi,
as long
sweetheart.
as she's focused on Rebel.
Okay.
He's got his hormones.
Good girl.
Bear with me just one moment, guys. Be right
Never.
back.
Alright.
Quick, while she's distracted, we can run.
Well, while that pause is happening, I will say that I was actually just found out something really cognitively dissonant, which is I was looking through Google to try to find, because you mentioned Google, trying to find a GIF of to associate with Rebel doing the little like mammy
Yeah.
thing, but I don't know what to call it. So I've been sitting here at Google while it's not my turn, typing using hand to make fun of person talking, making face to I've
Blowing a raspberry.
No, it's not a raspberry. It's just going like mammy, like pretending to be them, imitating sarcastic imitation. Nothing comes up. What the hell do you call that?
Don't know.
Yeah, see, it's got to have a name, but damned if I know what to call it.
Well, I searched for mocking hand, and it seems to have worked.
Yeah.
Mocking hand.
Yeah, because I get a load of gifs like that there that I've put in the player chat.
You're. Yeah, I found this one. Now that I typed mocking hand, this is Revel. I'm gonna say this is Revel.
Both are valid, but the strong SpongeBob energy is strong with Rebel.
Okay, apologies about that, Becca. Beautiful wife of mine just making some tea to wake up. It's been a long day for us, so apologies if we're both a little bit. Yeah.
No worries.
I relate.
Yes. So, did I miss anything?
You missed the fact that we're not dead and we're not in a hell, so all in all, a pretty good result for leaping into a blood red portal.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, Pyre's just gonna basically start making her way, down the stairs to the next level.
Upstairs. What do you mean?
Upstairs.
You all climb up the staircase and find yourselves on the next floor.
That's as close as I could possibly think of getting, but...
Yeah, I appreciate it. It's a lizard.
Tattoo. Really, near neck.
Pretty sure it's the reptile from the
You-
Spider-Man animated series.
Rise the lizard.
Yep.
Dr. Kurt Connors.
Yep.
You're all weirdos.
You're all weirdos.
Stathu Uli Neonak. If
Hello.
Scots Gaelic is okay. Yes.
Just to let everybody know that once again, the power in the entire neighborhood has just gone out.
Oh no.
That's
Yes.
awesome.
Lovely.
I'm just going to switch to my headset on my cell phone. As soon as it comes back on, I'll let you know. But for the time being, I'm going to stay in the chat and just listen and offer verbal feedback. But yeah, that's a thing. Sorry, guys.
Oh.
What you did today, is it?
Ribbed. Fucked up.
It's been a day, but yeah, we are still here, and we'll let you know when we get back. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
I guess we should probably re-roll for initiative.
Yeah. 1 second, I'll just clear the order.
Say when?
Oh no. Oop. Let us know when you're ready.
Go for it.
Whoops.
Okay.
I actually had not clicked myself prior to that. Let me redo this. Yeah, it's way better for some reason.
Okay.
And there goes the neighborhood. That's unfortunately underpowered.
Callie, random, rebel. Okay, who are we missing?
I mean,
Oh,
Prosperino and
Yeah, I'm trying to do it.
currently,
I'm having a
unavailable.
little trouble. Let's give me a moment. Here we go. Did that work?
Nope.
It says I got 14, if you can put me in.
Yeah, no problem. 1 second. Okay, just in order. Okay, Kelly.
Well, I guess I should probably take point now, at least for a little bit. Yeah.
If you wish to, feel free. And Pyre is going to step to the back to allow the dwarf to take point.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why
He's
that
taking.
startled me.
He's taking.
Robert,
Yeah,
actually,
me too.
I was going to say I'll allow you to move as far as you want on this floor.
All right. Callie's only going to make it to this corner, however, and peeking around.
Yeah, you cannot see. You just see a empty wall there and light coming from this entranceway.
Okay.
Don't go into the light.
Motioning, making a little bit of a step back and motioning to the group that there's something back there, and then making his way back over to the corner, and that's where I'm going to leave it for now. I don't want
Okay.
to leave everyone to be honest, I don't want to leave everyone behind.
Okay, Rebel.
Okay, first he's just gonna catch up with Callie. Boop. And as he passes, he's just gonna say to Callie, like, I don't know, Callie, there's some people we can afford to leave behind. And he's gonna go a bit further on ahead and peek round this corner.
As you
Ooh.
peek in, you see a colossal sarcophagus.
Oh no. Oh no. Mm-hmm. Could I make an investigation check though to see if there's anything else of note in the chamber?
All you can tell is there's a large source of light far above the floor. Like, this chamber is about... You can't quite see, but you can see it's at least 30 feet high. 40 feet high, sorry.
Any idea where the source of light is, vaguely?
Directly above the center of the room.
So right here, basically.
Yeah.
More or less. Okay. Just curious about that. Yeah. Rebel's gonna back up a bit. And just mention to Callie, yeah, there's a great big fuck off coffin in there. And I'm pretty sure it's occupied.
I'll just say, for argument's sake, you can move and turn freely.
Oh, I know. I just wanted to let Callie know.
So we can all go?
Yeah.
And did we hear that?
You will now. Yeah, there's a big fuck off coffin in there, and I'm pretty sure it's occupied.
In that case, I need to get a message from Seth. How do you feel about that? Do I need to roll something?
Yeah, I would say so.
What would you want me to roll?
Saying...
You don't need to roll.
Oh, okay. Then Estella, hearing this, says, and like ticks off her fingers one at a time as she says it. Knock. Oil. Fire. Now.
Are you suggesting that we put oil into a crack in the sarcophagus, set it on fire, and burn what's ever in there inside the crypt?
If there are cracks. Otherwise, we wait around it. We knock or disturb it. The moment the crypt opens, we pour in oil and set it on fire.
Oh, I kind of like the fire idea.
Why do we have to fight what's in there? Again, River just kind of gestures to, the other end of the hallway. Can we even try the other end?
She says, because so far, every time we tried to...
I was going to say, Rebel, you've just seen the same second entrance here to the same room.
And retract that.
And then she would have said, to address that without that question, she says, so far, everything we've tried to evade has eventually come round to come after us. Let's be perhaps a little more proactive.
I tried to do my job.
Did you say pyroactive?
What?
Did you say pyroactive?
She says, proactive. I heard an artificer say it once. It's when you do something before you need to do it. Being prepared.
Pyroactive is more what I do. It's when you burn things before they can burn you.
Yeah,
so I am with her on this one.
And she looks over the pyre and says, the pyre should be able to achieve this.
Okay, before everyone starts getting carried away, because Rebel actually saw the coffin, none of you did. So you're assuming there's cracks that might not even be there.
Oh no, she said knock. She said if there's cracks, go for it, otherwise knock. She said that.
Yeah. Seth, were there any cracks or anything like that, though? Out of curiosity?
You would have to roll me a history check with advantage.
Thank you. Well, good thing, too, or else that would have been a nat 1. It's still a measly 9.
You couldn't see any cracks on it.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, it looked pretty pristine. It's just a huge slab of obsidian, basically.
Alright, if you're all in a rush to die, then by all means, take the initiative.
Don't worry. We'll make sure you're fine, Revel. We'll protect you. After all, remember, my God is looking after all of us.
That doesn't really fill me with much comfort.
A God who understands the meaning of existence.
Aha! And I can look after myself, thank you very much.
Of course you can. That's what gods expect.
A little creepy, but okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stick by random. You don't do what you want. Rebel has nothing else to add. If you guys want to march up into that room and start planning your assault, go for it. I have nothing more to add.
Okay, so I'll take you all going to the room.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Reluctantly.
Ran, before he steps into the room, he's gonna have a look around, see if he notices anything odd about the floor. Basically looking for traps, tripwires, anything like that.
No, there's nothing unusual about. You don't see anything unusual about the.
Yeah, that's why I asked for an investigation check. By the vibe I got from Seth, it's like, no, there's nothing here.
As you enter the chamber, you all look up, and about 50 feet above you is a large glowing sphere.
Is that what we were sent to get?
Well,
Let's
information.
say this, Rebel, you instantly recognize this is a colossal 10-foot wide single piece of aorine.
Is that what we...
It glows with a strange mix of red and blue, which you don't normally see on aorine.
Ooh. Oh, it's not what we were sent here to get. We were sent here to get information, but I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get that.
All of a sudden, you hear someone speaking in Giant. Estella, you hear
Yes.
words. You are wise to.
I lost you there, Seth. You are wise to.
You are unwise to come here.
It knows we're here now. Now.
As that happens, you watch as three what appear to be iron coffins slowly lower to the ground.
Now. Move now.
What?
Fire now.
You watch as a Draugr emerges from this one. A Draugr from this one. And from the main coffin in front of the sarcophagus steps out a man wearing unusual looking arm. And I just need one moment to show you this.
I am uncomfortable with the way he's covering his eyes.
You realise looking at him that the arms covering his face are part of his breastplate. His actual arms are by his side.
Okay, before we go any further, I want to cast something. I want to cast something really quick. I'm just going to post it to the player chat because I think there's precedent for this.
Okay.
And while Dee's doing that, I have a question for the group. I can link my character sheet because I don't want to burden the DM with mechanically controlling Pyre. So if someone wants to be able to move around a little bit, I actually do have a D&D Beyond sheet. It's just I can't roll anything, if that makes sense.
That makes sense. We can roll for you.
That is appreciated. I will put her in the player chat for those who so wish.
Okay. I'm just going to say, Pyre, roll me an intelligence check.
Actually, can I
What's
actually
your
roll on
intelligence
my
modifier,
phone?
and I'll roll a d20 for you.
It's for a saving throw, it's a +1. Her intelligence modifier is -1.
So 18.
Okay. Pyre, you realise this is this is the security. This guy is in charge of the entire pyramid.
Is there any way I can diffuse this situation so we can actually deal with the problem, or is this something I'm just going to have to punch through?
Roll me a history check.
Of course, and for those interested, a history check is going to be... it's so difficult on the cell phone. History is going to be a -1.
3.
Okay.
3. I ain't got a fucking clue.
Oh, you got very lucky on that one. I rolled a nat 1 on that one.
Ooh.
You realise that he is basically a paladin of Leviathan.
Okay.
And
Now here's the thing: do I know enough of what Estella's been doing to recognise the kiss of Leviathan?
you would also realise that, technically speaking, they don't worship Leviathan in the same way, but yeah, he'd be willing to listen to reason.
Okay. In that case, yeah. She's going to pull up her hands and say, "Please hold down. We are not here to fight you. There is a problem with the prison. We are here to investigate and make sure the enemy has not escaped." And she will actually turn to Estella. This is a child of Loviatar. I am a child of Chalska.
And
We serve the radiant abomination.
at that,
And she holds out the feather.
and at that also, while she's holding out the feather, Estella bows her head, goes with the pyre, and puts out the flat palms of both of her hands, closes her eyes and lowers her head, holding out her hands.
Question.
You watch. Yeah, go on.
Would Rand technically be a part of the Chaltza cult, considering he's a Order of the Leg and Blood Hunter?
You know of them because of the mistress. You know she's pretty high up in the cult, so yeah, you basically know who they are. They hate Shah, and anyone who is against Shah they like.
So Rand is from one of the more offshoot Blood Hunter clans, then.
Yeah, I'd say that you're not part of the cult, you're part of the mistress's organisation, but you know of the cult through her.
Yeah, because like Ez is like the Alf, the very first Blood Hunter, supposedly, in the lore.
Yep.
Yep.
The mistress spent many centuries learning how to do it herself and how to improve on it.
Sent you another message, Seth.
Yes, they become visible. So if you'd like to explain...
You watch as, while her hands are there and she's holding her head down, you see on both of Estella's hands a black, shining chitinous material forms two gauntlets that seem to shimmer between being present and fading out of existence all at the same time, with long rings going up each finger and claws extending from all 5 fingers on either hand, long, slender, razor-sharp claws.
What a lovely description. It's a shame that Rebel only has eyes for the Aeorian.
I'm just going to
Yeah,
say,
that's great. Look at that.
anyone who's here who lived this in the Scorpion Coast, roll me a history check.
I mean, Rebels from Holborn. That's on the Scorpion Coast, if I understand.
Yeah, Callie will get advantage with this because he's local.
Yeah.
And he might actually need it.
Yep, because Callie, you're familiar enough with the cliffs and the stories of Shadowlands to recognise this man as what is known as one of the Weeping, the elite paladins of Leviathan who are sworn to defend the Pillar of Flesh. But they supposedly died out thousands of years, hundreds of years ago.
How can he be around? I mean, you lot apparently died out, well...
I'm pretty sure he
long
did too.
before.
He just decided to stick around.
I
Yeah, but
think
still-
it would be best if he suddenly starts speaking in common, just goes, I suspect an explanation is in order.
Yeah. Bloody well he is, to be honest.
Very well.
though? Is it really?
Keep your eyes off of the arena, and you might actually be able to learn something right now.
I'd
rather keep my
eyes on the Aeorine.
Centuries ago, our people defeated the goddess Shah, as you call her.
Fire spits on the floor.
I see you are familiar with this the shackled god.
The enemy.
But simply, we defeated her and imprisoned her beneath the great tower of Bane, the capital of our land. Now, in order to ensure that not only would we have a place we could live in comfort, also to keep Shah controlled, we created the pyramids. Each pyramid contains one of our frost giant allies, long dead, and one of my order to oversee, make sure the bloodstone above us does not get damaged.
Seth, question. We saw a pyramid on the way in, didn't we? Basically.
You're right.
We are in a pyramid.
Basically, it's a diamond-shaped pyramid.
Okay. Now, Cork talked over you, so things got a bit muddied there. Are we in the pyramid, or did we see
You
the
are
pyramid?
in the pyramid.
Okay. Carry on.
The dwarves constructed the pyramids for us out of obsidian to house the bloodstone spheres. It was intended to act as a, shall we say, sorry. Each pyramid acts as the anchoring point for Shah's cage. Put simply, if any one pyramid were to be damaged, it would weaken the seal binding.
Guys,
Hello?
the fact that we've been able to get in here, I don't know if that actually counts as weakening.
It is a concern. It is why I was sent here.
The fact remains you shouldn't have been able to get anywhere near here. The ice cliff should have been thick enough to prevent anyone from getting in.
Yeah, well, climate
Do you
change and
have
all
any... Do you have any idea as to what has caused this?
Global warming.
that.
I was
Made that joke.
party. I was going to say the party. You know there was an earthquake. It was a natural occurrence that basically caused it to open up.
Okay. Oh, okay. So there's not some big Machiavellian, at least to our knowledge, there's not some big Machiavellian plot.
No, there is not a big Machiavellian plot.
Earthquake, Callie. It was an earthquake.
I see. We had suspicions that could happen. I will have to spend a little while recalibrating the bloodstone to refreeze the damage.
In the meantime, is there any service we can provide you to ensure that everything is protected?
Estella nods at that.
No, I would appreciate you all not divulging the secrets of this place.
I have no idea what you are talking about. She looks over at, I almost said Rascal, at, oh my gosh, I'm sorry, I'm blanking. Rebel. There we go. Sorry.
Rebel.
It's 'cause it's an R.
Saw the address.
So Rebel's been writing down this information in the two-way journal since that is, that his job, their job. And the moment, he heard, hey, no, please, don't spread information about this place. Yeah, can I make a sleight of hand or a stealth to stash the journal away before anyone notices?
Go for it.
I'm going to go sleight of hand.
May I please roll a perception check with a +3 modifier?
Yes, you may.
Whoever wants to roll that for me.
Fail.
Sure, they roll a d20. Boop. Not 20.
No.
She notices.
No.
But the vampire does not.
Pyre twitches a little, but she'll go back to looking at the head security, basically. I do not suppose you would have anything resources, something shiny for these people. They came here to scout the place out. But since they will not be spreading any kind of information, some payment if you have anything on hand.
You watch as he sweeps his hand to a section of wall, which slowly slides into the... In that room you will find a decent amount of treasure. Take as much as you wish. As I said, so long as the true purpose of these ruins is not discovered, everything should be alright.
You have our word.
Things, got it.
Is it even worth trying to insight this guy since his face is covered?
Go for it.
I mean, he's still got the tone of voice.
Body language is a thing.
Where are you, insight? There you go. Ah, never mind, double nat ones. Hey, Chinese gold treasure, something worthwhile.
You zoom in and there is a lot of treasure in there.
Now, when you say a lot, can you elaborate?
The room is practically full.
Go on, Scrooge McDuck.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, he tries, but since, this is quote-unquote reality, he just kind of splats against the gold.
just one little question, if I may. How long do you think the passage would be open?
It will take me at least a day to close the passage. More than enough time for you to leave.
Okay, yeah, I just, well, I mean, there might be expeditions making their way here.
Then we shall destroy them.
Well, if it's freezing over, they probably won't be able to get here. Anyway.
We can do our best to disguise the entrance as we leave in the meantime.
I mean, it was a pretty impressive sight as soon as we came in through the crevice.
Yeah,
yes,
collapse the crevice.
Your ancestors provided exceptional quality.
So I have a very quick meta question for the DM. Has my bullshit character just completely defanged your boss fight?
No.
Oh,
No.
good. Oh, okay, good.
Because to be honest, this guy's CR15.
Okay. You're
Yeah,
welcome.
probably.
Oh, so D as well.
I remembered that we have a pouch of holding, which Rebel is just... He's basically just, like, dragging it.
Pouch of holding? Everyone got a pouch of holding.
I just said that Rebel had a pouch of holding.
Mm.
He has one. You will have one too.
Shuffle in as much gold as you want.
Yes.
I think we should take some things that look a little bit unusual and claim them as quote unquote artifacts that we were able to recover just in time before the thing froze over again.
Yeah, you're able to find a couple of rather ancient looking giant battle axes, which for you it's about the size of a great axe.
To be honest, for me a fireman's axe almost is a great axe.
Well, yeah, but in this case it's a for a giant this be about the size of a normal hand battle axe, single hand battle axe. For you it is a great axe, like almost a halberd length, basically.
So yeah, we should probably take some of them. That way, if anyone has any interest in this place, is going to try to figure out what we found, we can distract them at least a little bit with these artifacts.
Why settle for some? Take it all. You said we could.
I actually agree with your kobold associate. It would be better if people thought this place was, what is the expression, tapped out.
I understand that, yes. But still, it's always a shame to take everything from someone who, has no way of. You know what? Yeah, the money can go to great use.
You don't think that they... Where do you think they got the money from? This would be... I would... question for the DM. She's going to be assuming this is what's left from, people who were stupid enough to try and raid this place in the past and have been killed. Would that be a correct assumption, or...?
It is not. You know what this place is. You can tell this place has basically been sealed. All this was put in when the frost giant died.
So this was basically the property of the frost giant.
No.
And now it's all mine.
Okay, yes, her history is going to be, -1.
I love that you're all into, like, the history and the...
Yeah,
I'm just all about the gold.
Yeah, as far as you know, this was basically all the giant's property.
Yeah, fair enough. She'll communicate that.
And now it's mine, yeah.
Isn't he delightful?
Oh, he's got the hots for the captain back in town. He's probably going to try to impress her.
It doesn't take you long to fill your pouches with gold. You can pick up a few interesting artifacts, which probably be worth more to the university than to the trader. So, a couple of things to give to the academia I can to keep him happy. But yeah, you managed to...
Sorry, go ahead.
You managed to all come away with about 5,000 platinum pieces each.
Oh, holy criminy!
I was about to say the prior isn't interested and isn't going to bother touching any, but damn, I really wish I was playing a greedy character. Shit.
Oh, here, I'll take that for you, the pyre.
You.
I'm legitimately going to take her share if she's not interested.
I mean, to clarify, she's not picking anything up. you know. 'Cause, well, I mean, she doesn't have one of those pouches or anything, and plus her job was to make sure that this place was. It just doesn't feel right. So yeah, but sure.
Okay, fair enough.
Estella
Rebel doesn't
has-
get 10,000 platinum pieces.
Nice. Way to go, Rebel.
No. He doesn't because he doesn't get the higher share, unfortunately.
There was no share to get.
Yeah.
After you finish filling your pouches, you make your weeping tells you how to get past the puzzle door that you found downstairs, which is conveniently the one next to the staircase, which you probably didn't notice.
I noticed it, I just didn't mention it because you were all having too much fun.
Yeah.
And you all make your way out of the pyramid and back out into the tundra.
A little anticlimactic, but I believe that you are sated, my little friends.
Yes!
And go ahead, Coop.
Yes! I mean, it's no giant fuck you Aorian piece, but it's a lot of gold!
That'll keep the
Estella-
little one happy. But this time too, Ran is probably back at his Minotaur form.
Estella looks like she is actually not especially pleased. She looks sort of disappointed.
May I ask, what is the problem, my lady?
She brushes her hand against the pouch of the pouch of holding and says, "That wasn't the kind of treasure I was hoping to find. I'm used to a different kind of results when I go on a quest for my god. But
You have
I
done
trust him."
well. You have done as I have asked of you, my precious.
I'll have to find entertainment in town.
I like to imagine, like, Rebel's head slowly, like, pans into frame from the bottom. It's like, if you're not satisfied with all that platinum, I can take it off your hands.
Rebel, I think you have more than enough for now.
Would that be the long fiddle note, Rebel? The
Yes. And Callie, as you said that, like, Rebel just looks you up and down as if you've lost your mind. you can never have enough gold, Callie.
Okay. You basically made a 3-day journey back towards the capital. When you get there,
I apologize, DM. For the sake of argument, would the group be waiting to double check that the passage is closed?
To be honest, I would probably say so, yes.
Okay.
I mean, that was the proviso in which, you know, Rebel got a fuck ton of money, so yes.
okay, I'd say you stay there for a day. You watch as the crevice slowly freezes over from the inside. You just watch as the blue and red light sort of pulse through the cliffs. And as night falls, you can see exactly where the pyramid was, the light, the rainbow-coloured light shining inside the cliffs. It looks beautiful until you realise there are hundreds of these lights all along these cliffs.
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay, then, not to take up too much time, the pyre would basically, at some point through the night, would turn to the group and say, just so we are clear, if one of them fall, the most ancient, vicious monstrosity from beyond time will be released. I would not be happy with any of you if that were partially your fault. Just saying.
Well, if everything holds up, it'll hold up for at least 1,000 more years.
We can but hope. Your people have done good work.
Well, nothing that I can be proud of because I was not involved in it. My family came here about 750 years ago.
In college, I did my thesis on time perception, and I learned.
Someone's learning about bees.
Not the bees!
My God.
Bees.
Bees! Oh god!
Well, that audio is from a TikTok about bees.
All your bees
Whoa.
to us.
You all start to make your way back to Wagenfall. When you get there, you're sent your way straight to the guild. Captain Hakeswill is still not very happy with the whole royal wedding thing, but she seems quite pleased with the results of your work. Advises that you visit the bank to deposit the treasure you collected, given the large amount of it, and she takes the artifacts to hold them in security for someone from the Tower of Art to come and collect them. She also gives you your 500 gold piece contract.
Dang. Fortunes for Estella.
Well, so what are you all going to do now?
Estella grins and gets a sort of look just off in the distance and says, I crave amusement.
Well, I can play a song on the lyre if you want me to.
Nah, I think she wants to roll in the hay, Callie.
Something like that.
It's murder, isn't it?
hay? Why would you roll in hay? It gets everywhere. It's coarse. It's almost like this sand stuff.
She looks over at Revel and says, Revel, dear, do I look like someone who would murder someone?
Yes. And I mean that in the nicest possible way.
She props her head up with her hand and one elbow on the table and says, that's so dull and uncreative. No. I believe in a world of light and life and feeling. I want to spread awareness and feeling and experiences. That's the nature of my God. It's often misunderstood. No, heavens no, I don't want to kill anyone. And, just gonna...
18. Tell me how it is, Steve.
Well, basically, she, oh no, Lovitar doesn't want to kill people necessarily. She just wants them to feel exquisite torture. Torture? You can't. If someone dies, the torture's over unless they're dealing with an afterlife.
Pain and suffering are so much more fun.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's
It lets you know you're alive.
She's spreading enlightenment, yeah.
Well, how about you make sure that the right people get to enjoy those experiences?
She leans forward and...
People could be taken down a peg.
She leans forward and blows a little kiss at Rebel and says, "Always, darling."
Well, so you're going to Holborn?
What?
No, Estella. I think you're probably going to go to Holborn. It's not like there's a lot going on here.
I'm gonna ask.
Wedding.
If you're going to Holborn and just say, you never met me, I'm not here.
I'm nothing but discreet.
I would say the nearest concentration of clerics and priests would probably be Holborn.
She says, but Holborn is a good idea.
I mean, Rebel.
Don't worry though.
Rebel,
That you can trust me about. I'm 100% honest with my allies.
To be honest, Rebel, there's probably a few people you wouldn't mind getting certain experiences.
Okay. I need to insight Callie to figure out what he's talking about.
Yeah, no idea.
Oh, he's talking. He's kind of getting what you're putting down. What you've been been gently beating around the bush from, and yeah, he. After all, you told him that you got basically kicked out of Holborn, so
Fled
yeah.
Holborn.
Yeah, same. And there are people that you might want to wish being knocked down a peg or two there.
Yeah, you're right, Kelly. There are people back in Holborn who could be could be opened up to new experiences that leave them, shall we say, humbled. I mean, I imparted a fair few of those experiences myself, but on the run, you can't really show everyone what for,
Rebel, I'd love a list.
Oh, okay. Okay.
If you trust me, and that is honest, she says, I promise no harm will come to you from my hands.
Rebel arches a brow, and this wide, again, crocodilian, but snide grin just creeps across his face. There's a malicious glee involved here.
And make sure. Sorry, go ahead.
And yeah, he will. He has a notebook, so he's just going to tear out a page from that, write some names on it.
Roll me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh no. That's an 8.
As you try to tear out the page, you get an electric shock for 1 point of electric damage. Thunder damage.
Ah! Okay, can't use the magic book. Jeez, anyone got a scrap of paper?
Estella does, because she writes a journal, so she just tears out a page. Sorry.
Just say, Rebel, I would also like you to roll me a perception check.
Okay. Boop, boop, boop. Not 20.
Okay. As you look at the page, you notice writing starts to appear on it.
Oh, here we go.
Just so, you can almost hear the voice of a wizard who created this spell speaking to you.
Here we go.
Termadar Industries does not appreciate the abuse of our pharmaceutical wonders. Incidentally, only total jackass rip pages out of books.
Okay.
Did you roll? I was gonna say, would anyone like to roll me an Arcana check?
I would add also as well, she's been very quiet because basically Paya yeeted out a while back. Because obviously she had no relationship to anything. But she has been following this group the whole time as an insect. And she's been keeping a very close eye on Mr. Rebel and this mysterious book that is apparently giving him messages. Would I please be able to make a Arcana, which is a -1 modifier?
Yep, you'll be able to do that.
If Journeys or anybody would like to roll a d20.
I'd say you all get advantage. Yeah, I'd say you all get advantage because
okay, advantage.
Name is there. Yep, the wizard's name is there, so.
I got a fat 9, so.
Yeah.
I got a 13.
Everyone but Rebel. You seem to recognize this as Tilmadar's Tome of Telepathy. A spell which basically links two empty books together so that Whatever is written in the subbook is relayed instantly to the holder of the main book.
While that's happening, Estella does pull a thing out of her journal and a page and a charcoal pencil and hands it over to Rebel and says, "Right away, and make sure to be thorough."
Okay. Yes, Rebel will write down a list of particular people who have made some very poor decisions.
And if you're all right with it, if you could tell me their occupations, that would be very useful.
Lords, barons, that sort of thing. People in charge who should know not to abuse their power.
I just mean on the paper, please.
Okay.
With Rebel making his little list, we shall end it there. This little...
One more thing, super quick.
Yep.
Callie, by the way, I heard what you said when I was like filling my pouches with treasure. I have a confession to make.
Hey.
I'm not actually into girls.
Well,
Ran
To be
leans
honest-
down and just smiles.
to be honest, I think the captain is.
Yeah, it's just kind of a ploy I did as I was racing through Holborn. Kept the guard busy as they were like trying to calm down angry husbands and swooning maidens.
And with that, our adventure comes to an end.
Yeah.
So, play the game.
Us not fucking up this level this time.
Pyre stopping us from fighting the giant boss.
Yeah.
I'd say that's the biggest fumble of the game. I'd say that
Oh
I
god,
feel
no.
incredibly bad about that.
No.
Believe me, if you had fought him, he would have wiped the floor with you all.
Yeah, we're not strong enough to fight a guy like that.
Callie would not be able to sing a song about the pyre.
Yeah, this guy statted is a vampire warrior.
Okay.
He has an AC of 18. And I should just check what his... Well, you know his challenge rating is 15.
Oh,
He
shit.
has a +9 on his attacks.
So we would
Yeah, I
be
was there.
fucked if we tried to fight this guy.
Yeah, and that's not counting all his vampire abilities, like his legendary resistance.
Can I make a request, Jeff?
Yeah.
Could you roll an attack from him?
Okay.
I want to see what would happen against Estella. Yeah.
Insta death?
Mm-hmm.
Not yet.
I swear that he doesn't actually hit as hard as the Droga did.
Yeah. Yeah, for some weird reason, but to be honest, so that is a +9, so he must have rolled like a... I don't know what the hell he
Don't
rolled
push
to get
Lucy
that.
off the desk. Jesus Christ, Chink.
He rolled a 1, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's strange.
Well, that would be odd. If it's +9, that shouldn't be possible.
Alright, sweetheart.
Yeah, 2d6
Okay.
plus... Oh, 2d6 +4, so yeah, he rolled really low on that.
Yeah. Dang.
Yeah.
So,
I'm looking at the legendary actions and the regional effects.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
he was directly underneath the Bloodstone, so...
Yeah, I'm so glad that Rebel didn't actually succeed in, taking the Bloodstone, which was holding. I don't think it's a spoiler that was basically a prison holding Shah. That wouldn't have been bad.
Oh, no, the prison holding Shah wasn't in the pyramid. That's far to the north.
Ooh.
Yeah, and someone left the door open, apparently, in the future.
Oh, no, there's ways.
I mean,
You can get to the Shadowlands through a couple of gorges which have naturally formed since.
no, I meant basically, Curse of Strahd. I mean,
The dreams.
yeah,
I mean-
Basically, she can still influence things like in demiplanes, but not in the material realm.
Oh, so she can't fuck things up in the main world, but anything else is fair game.
Yeah, basically her main avatar in the material realm is trapped. So basically, she can't manipulate anything in the Scorpion Coast. Not in the same way that the other gods can.
Regardless, though, I do feel bad that there was I wasn't able to, there wasn't much in the way of a fighty fight because I wasn't too sure about what kind of campaign this was, or rather the the one shot, because this particular character build with the pyre and everything, this was actually what I was going to play in Ice's game before we switched over to Cerna. This is a wildfire druid. I had a whole string of that. I had a whole string of little expressions and this, that, and the other. And hopefully, I can bring her back in the future because there's a lot of stuff I had planned there.
I do have a Halloween one shot in production.
Yeah, she'll be there.
Okay.
I will say that she is going to be spending all of her time stalking Rebel. And at some point, she is going to find out. She's going to very politely ask him, "So that book, and ... because her job is unfinished."
But yes, fail of the game. Anyone?
Didn't really have any massive failures.
The power outage in the United States of America.
Yeah.
That would be the power outage, or actually poor Rebel's aspirations. Yes, that's what I was gonna say.
I wanted the big shiny!
The big shiny was 100 times your size.
But imagine how much it was worth! I got 800 gold for a bunch of small, stones, pebbles of the stuff.
Just think, though, instead you traded that, and instead what you got is a list of enemies to give to Estella.
Yeah.
I've still got about 50,000 gold.
This is true.
Any thoughts, theories, or ideas?
Not really.
I feel like this is going to play into something in the Maelstrom. We're going to see some effect from this if it's beforehand. If it's after that...
This is about 2 years after Maelstrom.
Okay.
Well,
which means it's 1 year before
Strahd. And it's 5 years after Waterdeep.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, we have concocted such a convoluted timeline, haven't we?
Yeah, but
this is Waterdeep. We'll not have it connected to the Strahd campaign in any way.
Now everything's connected.
The way it works is you just say, "Oh, the legend was slightly different." If there's a contradiction,
We've already determined that there are multiverses in this.
Yeah.
Thanks
So,
to the tree.
going down the list, it is a good night from Cork.
A good night, everyone.
A good night from Icy.
Night, everyone.
A good night from Jonas.
Good night.
A good night from Cuba.
Good night, everyone. And I would like to comment that the next time I get to play Rebel, I'd like to do more thieving shit. I got thieves' tools. I need a chance to use them.
A good night from Estella.
Make sure to be kind to each other. Wear your masks. Wash your hands. And if you can, wear gloves.
A good night from Proserpina.
Good night.
And a good night from the Pyre.
Good night, everyone. I am watching.
And it's a good night from me. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.